Hi, I'm Blisy. Hey guys, if you enjoy this video, I appreciate a like, comment, sub, and little bell notification. Thanks so much, enjoy. This video was made possible thanks to my sponsors and donators. This video wouldn't be possible without you. Thank you guys so much. Now enjoy the video. So I actually realized after making this video and getting up to this point, I have to play through a little while to be able to trade Pokemon and all that. That I didn't explain properly what the cute charm glitch is for people who haven't heard of it before. So ignore the gameplay footage and all the stuff on the background. That will get explained after this. But basically, long story short is the ability cute charm. It's just an ability that usually causes the foe to get attracted if you hit them, or if they hit you. Sort of like how if you hit an electric Pokemon with static, then you potentially could get paralyzed. This one would make them have the attracted status. However, out of battle, it's supposed to draw in Pokemon of the opposite gender at varying different ratios and all that kind of stuff. Oh, finally, the running shoes. And however, in 4th gen, there is a glitch that causes, if you have the correct trainer ID, secret ID, that lines up with a value called PID. I know it's a lot of blah, but basically, if you have the correct trainer and secret ID, and your lead Pokemon has cute charm, you can force a bunch of shinies to happen, like a metric ton of shinies to show up. And this is a tutorial on how to use random number generator abuse in 4th gen Pokemon to get the correct ID. Normally, the only way to get the ID would be to soft reset the game over and over again, and that would take a very long time. You could also do an action replay to change your ID, but that's cheating. This method with RNG abuse is neither of those because it requires no external hacks or anything like that. The program I'm using is an external program, but it's not connected to my DS in any way. So that's just a quick explanation, and maybe I'll do a little demonstration of me getting a bunch of shinies in a little bit. So yeah, that's what that is. Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a bit of a long-awaited tutorial on how to do the cute charm glitch in Diamond, Pearl Platinum, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I'm going to take this step by step, and I'm going to explain everything you need to know about how to execute this glitch properly and all the tools you'll need. So first things first, you're going to need some RNG programs, and RNG is a random number generator. You're going to need this program called RNG Reporter. Link in the description, as always, for all these programs. This is Admiral Fish's fork. It's the most recent one, 10.3, I think. And this is Eon Timer. You'll also need that. There's a link in the description for that as well. And all the links for these programs are also in my Discord. And you can ask any questions there if you're trying to learn how to do it through that. Now, I want to address something that a few YouTubers think that RNG is cheating, but you actually don't need any kind of action replay or any tools like that at all in order to RNG. It's just a game. This isn't even an emulator. This is a DS capture device. You can see the window name there, DS capture. So there's no cheating involved or anything like that. You can do this 100% with just a DS and just a cartridge, okay? These tools are only on the computer. They're not connected to the DS at all. And if you've never RNG'd before, it may seem a little complex, but it's not too hard to get the hang of. So before we get into the actual process, you're going to need to go to a Smogon page. I'll link in the description as well. The Smogon webpage looks like this. And basically, a few people sort of misunderstand what causes the cute charm glitch, but basically all you need to know is this is the personality value, these PIDs here. These are what basically determines the cute charm glitch. I'm not going to go too in depth to it. This guide also does a really good job of explaining what's going on, but I'm just here for these informations. So this basically, in a nutshell, determines what you can get shiny. Okay, so I think the best lead is a male lead, because a male lead, as it says right here, can make any gender ratio for female shiny, whereas female leads will only work on specific gender ratios for male, as you can see here. So you would need a female lead, and then these would all only work on 87.5% male targets, whereas the male lead will work on any female targets. The downside is if for some reason you don't like, female gendered Pokemon or whatever, you can't get that. So I recommend picking from one of these three groups. So if you pick any of these numbers in here, and again, it's kind of convoluted explaining what these I'm not really telling you what these numbers do, but basically if you get any of these natures to be the shiny, to be the cute charm glitch, everything in the whole group will be shiny. So if I pick the hardy nature for my ID, anything in shiny group 1 will be shiny, all of these natures. So think about what natures you want. This one has all good speed natures. Timid, hasty, jolly, naive are all really good for speed natures. So this one has adamant, which is pretty good, and then brave and bold. I personally think this has the most nature options if you're looking for any decent natured Pokemon, so I'm going to go ahead and go for this one. So what you're going to do is pick one of these number strings, and the only one I recommend not picking is shiny group 4 quirky, because that means you can only get quirky Pokemon, and it drastically lowers the number of shinies you'll get. So just right click and hit copy, and we'll move that out of the way. Now what we're going to do is go into RNG Reporter here, make sure you've got that downloaded, click 4th Gen Tools, and click TID, SID, Manipulation, Pandora's Box. Now again, I'm not really explaining to you how these things work, I'm just showing you how to do it. So you're going to paste the seed there, so that's just A, and you're going to type whatever year you feel like. Minimum delay, I would set to probably 6,000, and then you click infinite search and just hit find compatible seeds, and it's just going to go. And you can let it go for a little while, and then hit cancel. And in here, you can pick any of these, really. It doesn't really matter. The idea is for aesthetic. This one looks pretty cool, actually. 02002. So, yeah, it's just for aesthetic, really. Yeah, I like that one the most so far, so we're going to go with that. There are a few differences, but that's fine. So then we're also going to go to 4th Gen Tools and Seed to Time. Now, in the Seed to Time box, we're going to type out this number. You used to be able to copy paste it. I just don't know why you can't anymore. So you just have to type it out. So let me get that in there. E and capitals and stuff matter. So E, actually I don't think they matter, but just copy it exactly for just to be as precise as possible. So E60A1786 is what my ID is. And then you're also going to check the seconds box, and you're going to do 23 seconds. And then you're also going to make sure you check whichever game you're playing. I'm playing Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum. And then hit generate. And you're going to get a delay here. So then you can keep this away for now. So this is going to tell you some information to put into EonTimer, which is this program right here. So for the calibrated delay, I'd recommend starting at 600 for Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I think 490 is the typical starting range, so you could do that as well. So you're going to do 600 for Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Calibrated seconds, you just leave that. That should always be 14. Target delay. Now what you're going to do is set this to this number here, so 6004. Target seconds is what you're going to be. I typed 23 in here and I checked that off, so make sure to do that. So it's going to be 23. Now, if you are playing Heart Gold or Soul Silver, you actually subtract 3 from this, so you actually make your target seconds 20. That's only if you're playing Heart Gold or Soul Silver, all right? Once you've got all that done, you're going to go into your game, and you're going to set the date and time. So the date is 5/30/2018, so we're going to set that 5/30/2018. And then you're going to set the time to 10:57:23 is what I'm setting it to. You don't have to copy all of my numbers. So 10:57:23. So you can only set seconds, obviously. Or minutes, not seconds. Okay, now before you start the game and all that kind of stuff, If you take a look at Eon Timer, you'll notice it says minutes before target 2. So even though it says in Seeds to Time at 10:57, you're actually going to subtract 2 from this. So that's 10:55. Then you're going to start Eon Timer at the same time as you hit A to confirm the clock. There you go. Now the clock's going to count down, and all you're going to do is wait for it to count down, and as it hits 0, you start your game. Now, obviously, maybe I failed to mention this, but you should have an erased save file. I think that is fairly important. So, if I didn't mention that earlier, sorry about that. But no big deal. Okay, here we go. So, it starts beeping around 3.4 seconds. So, there you go. Now, all you have to do here is get through the intro as quickly as possible. So as you can see, there's no save file or anything. It's just going to go straight into row and spiel. He is going to ask you if you need any adventure rules. Oak does the same, so just make sure you say no info needed. And just hold B and mash A. That will actually always make sure the text is going maximum speed. Okay, so you just pick whatever you like here. I always pick Dawn because she's the right pick. J. There you go. Yes. And then he's going to ask you your friend. I usually just pick Barry, but you can type it out if you think you have time. And you're going to go until in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you're going to go until the last word of Oak, which is like, I'll see you later or something. In this game, you just have to wait until this is done. So you just hit A on this screen. Same with Platinum. Here we go. There you go. So you just hit A on that screen. I believe the music has to loop once before you can hit the A button. So we're going to check my ID. So if you looked, I was aiming for the ID of 02002, and I didn't get it. So that's fine. First time you miss it, it's no big deal. So what you're going to do is type the seed you were aiming for. So that's this one here. You're going to paste it into this. You're going to type the ID you got, so 27706. Month, it's 5/30/2018. Hour, oops. There we go. Sorry about that. 10. Oops. I typed whatever. 57. 10:57. Minimum delay, I would set it like 5,000. Maximum delay, probably no more than 10,000. Then hit find compatible seeds. So this will tell you what ID you probably hit. So we were aiming for 23 seconds. It looks like we got it. But the delay we hit was 6,011 instead of the delay we were aiming for, which is 6,004. Now there's two problems with that. One problem is, so let me actually backtrack a little bit to be a better explainer. So we were aiming for 23 seconds. Even if you're playing Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it will say 23. It'll, like, let's say I hit this exact thing on Heart Gold, Soul Silver. It will say 23. And that's fine, because there's just an extra 3 seconds it has to make up for. So you're looking for 23. You're looking for the seconds that are the closest to the seconds that you were aiming for. It is most likely that you hit pretty close. Let's say I missed it. The seconds, it would say maybe like 27 or 24. So you're looking for that. And so now you're going to take a look at the delay you hit here. So I hit 6011, and this is just based on how close the seconds were, right? So you're going to go into the delay hitbox and type which delay you hit. So 6011, and then I'm going to hit update, and this number will change here. And then you can just turn your game off and turn it back on. Now, the other problem is I'm aiming for an even delay, but I hit an odd delay. You can only hit one or the other. You can't hit even or odd delays. So there's a minor thing you have to do, and it's basically just switching between upper and lower case. I will show you as I go through it again. So we're just going to go through the process again. So, oops, the date's already correct. So it's 10:57, which is actually 55. And then just start EonTimer again with our new updated calibrated delay. Now, a smart thing also to would have done would be to try and remember to write down the trainer ID you were aiming for was. Mine was pretty unique. It was 02002, so not too hard to remember if you ask me. Okay. So now we wait. I might cut this out. I might not. Who knows what I'll do in editing, everyone. I'll probably cut it out. But I might not, because now this is getting kind of funny. Oh, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so all we're going to do is the same exact thing as last time. Now, here's the thing. You're going to want to make sure to name yourself the same thing and name your rival the same thing if you're playing Diamond or Pearl. Do everything identically as possible. With the one difference, whatever you ended on last time in your name typing, upper or lowercase, do the opposite. So no info needed. So, for example, my name was J, and I left it on caps because all I did was type J. So I'm going to type J again, but instead, I'm going to... So make sure, again, pick the same gender and everything. Same name. It's just important to be consistent. So J, and then I'm just going to switch to lower, and then I'm going to hit OK. So if you ended on lower last time, switch to upper, and then hit OK. You don't actually have to type anything. You don't have to type anything, you just have to switch it. And then so for Barry, same thing. Just going to do Barry. So yeah, that's all you have to do. If you're playing on Japanese, you can just switch between like hiragana and katakana, or English and whatever language. All right, and now we wait once again. All right, so let's check the ID. I like doing this in, so the reason I'm actually doing the tutorial on Diamond and Pearl is just because it's faster. You can check your ID quicker. So my ID is way different, so let's see what happened here. 47046. And hit calc. All this info is the same. Find compatible seeds. Looks like the delay I hit was much earlier, but as you can see, it was an even delay this time. So 5922. Now update. It might lower it again. It's a bit odd, but it's a bit odd to go like that. But I did switch between even and odd delays, so things like that can happen. So you just have to try again. This time I definitely will do some editing of the waiting, because it's just no point to wait all that time again. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Alright, you just have to try and try again. So this is a post narration in this specific section. There's one thing I want to point out. If you notice my delay, it says calibrated delay is 605, where previously it was a negative delay. What I found that was happening was every time I used the delay hit feature and then hit update, it would jump the calibrated delay much farther than intended. See, I hit you know, I think it was 611 or 612 or something, and it jumped me all the way to 689. So through various trials and testing over the course of maybe 5 or 6 attempts, I ended up just incrementing my delay a few times each. So I started with an incrementation of 10, and then I found that actually I was still very close with that, and I just had to lower it a little bit more. So then I changed it to 605 as my calibrated delay, and this is the successful attempt. I know it's a spoiler, but so I'm not really sure why that's happening. So if you find this happens to you, where you have your target delay of 6004, your first attempt with a calibrated delay of 600 or 490 if you're, you know, a heart gold soul silver, and you find that you're only, you know, 10 or so off, and you use the delay hit feature and it makes you even more far off, what I recommend doing is resetting the calibrated delay to 600 or 490 or wherever you are, and try increasing or subtracting your delay by 5 each time, and to see what gets you closer, and kind of experiment in that regard, because I'm not really sure why it's not you know, working properly. I honestly couldn't tell you, but this worked for me, and I hope it works for you, and I think that's all I have to say on that matter. So thank you. Back to the live recording. Oh well. It'll only be 5 times, which just sucks, because the 6th time is the timing is then generally just up to luck for you, like if you how precise you were. Alright, so as you can see though, I got lucky. I got 02002, which was the ID I was aiming for. As you can see, I do the search here. 02004. I got a calibrated delay. None of these are like, I was nowhere near being that far off, so this is definitely it. To prove it, I'm going to cut far ahead in gameplay footage. So the only way to really check, by the way, is, you know, there's no way you got another trainer ID, by the way, 0% chance. But you're not going to be able to check until you have a Cute Charm Pokemon. So what I would say is have a Cute Charm Pokemon lined up. Oh yeah, have a Cute Charm Pokemon lined up, and then trade it once you are immediately able to trade. Which, oh man, you might not be able to trade until Roark. If you have an action replay, I would, I don't even know where to go. I haven't done this in so long. If you have an action replay or something, that's so bad to say though. If you have to play up till Roark, it sucks, but Roark might just be the Wi-Fi thing though. You might be able to do local trades. I'm meandering a bit, so sorry. Okay, so as you can see, I've traded over a Jigglypuff here, and now I'm just going to get into a bunch of encounters to hopefully pull out some shinies. As you see, it's a shiny right away. And this is just to prove the Cute Charm glue. This is my idiot. Don't worry about this Pokemon. And so I'm just going to get into another encounter. Oh, there you go, another shiny. You see, it takes a little while, but again, that's like 2 shinies in 2 minutes. Like that, you know, that's not full odds. You know what I mean? That is the Cute Charm odds. I'll go for another minute or so, see if I can get another shiny, but it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be the most interesting visual. And I know people are like, oh, he's running away from the shinies, but it's like, you know, it doesn't matter. They're Cute Charm shinies. They're going to have a lot of them. It's just to prove that they're there, and you know, I could get them whenever I want because I have Cute Charm. Is that shiny? There you go. Obviously not full odds. Obviously it's Cute Charm glitch. There's my Jigglypuff, my cute charmer. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I know this has been a long requested video, so leave any questions you have in the comments down below. I'll try my best to answer them. If you have any more questions, you're always welcome at my Discord. A lot of helpful people, including myself, there trying to answer your questions. And it's just fun to hang out and talk to people. We're all friendly. So anyway, thank you so much. You guys are all amazing. Special thanks to my sponsors, Danny, Preston, and Brian. You guys are all awesome. And I will see you guys next video and my stream coming up on Friday. Bye-bye.